Hey guys, it's been basically forever since I've done a video where I just kind of express my opinions on things and get stuff off my mind by doing it this way, but I had a pretty rough day at work on Friday, and I mean, I know it's almost Monday now, but you know, it's still like on my mind, and I'm still like, that was cool, sorry, still like frustrated about it and still trying to figure out why everyone sucks. And part of it'll have to be with the fact that I woke up at 7:15 this morning and was stuck like vomiting in my bathroom for 2 hours and then been sleeping all day. So my mind isn't completely at full and top speed right now, but anyway, basically Friday a customer overheard me telling Christy and Rowan a story about Christy's little sister. She was complaining about how her feet stink, and so I was like, well, maybe you should smell them more, you know, like, because in like cartoons, when something smells really good or really bad and you smell it enough, the smell like completely goes away, right? And she thought this was like the funniest thing since a really funny thing. And so I just, you know, was telling Christy about it because I thought it was cute that Elise was so like enthralled by the idea of smelling her own feet or whatever. I thought it was really funny, and they thought it was really funny, but a customer overheard and he's like, maybe stinky feet isn't the best thing to be talking about at the counter when you're serving people. Like, it's kind of gross. You could lose business doing that. And like, nobody else had even heard, and it's not like we were even talking about anything like inappropriate. Like, it's not like I was talking about like having a smelly butt or anything. Like, even that would be funny, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not completely, you know, feet stink. It happens, and like, you wash them and you put stuff in your shoes to like get over it with. But apparently this guy is like mortally offended by feet, so he decided he needed to lecture me when he's not my boss or my dad about what I talk about. So that was cool. I love it when people do that, like when people tell me what I am and am not allowed to say. It's awesome. So anyway, he's like going on and on and on about how it's disgusting and we're gonna lose customers and blah blah blah. And noticed that he like still wanted his coffee, so obviously it was a really big deal. And the guy who had come down with him like hadn't heard my story or his lecture, but then he kind of came in on the end of it and was like, well, what are you talking about? Like, what's wrong? And the guy like had to tell him about the stinky feet story, and the other guy had this look like, why is that a big deal, dude? Like, why are you lecturing the coffee girls? And like the fact that this other guy like hadn't even heard and wasn't even bothered by it, like, actually kind of pissed me off that the other guy was making such a big deal about it. But basically I feel like a lot of people, since their jobs aren't service industry jobs, they're higher up or intel jobs or whatever, they feel the need to flaunt their position, almost like, oh, you serve coffee, that's really cute. Like, that's really cute. You're really brave for doing that. Like, I'm gonna go sit at my computer and type important documents, but you go ahead and steam the cappuccino that I order every day, because that's what you're good at. That's what you're perfect for doing. You know, like, I feel like he's really condescending, and I feel like a lot of people treat us that way because we're not skilled workers or whatever. But the thing is, like, people don't realize how much goes into my job. You know, like, I get up at ass o'clock in the morning to be there for 6:30. Like, it takes me an hour to get to work, and then I have to have an hour to get ready. So I get up at like 4 in the morning, and so I can come serve coffee to people who treat me like shit all day. So and the stupid thing is, like, I've taken a second job as a barista at a different coffee shop. So obviously I haven't learned my lesson about how people suck. Anyway, I feel like people tend to take advantage and they belittle me and they are really condescending, and it's really unfair to me to have to deal with that. And then you get the people who are like actually really nice on the outside, but they kind of have like their own agenda for things, you know, like for instance, there's this like guy, and he's only been in the forces for like 5 years or something. He's still young, and he's enlisted. He's only doing it to get college paid for, which, you know, like whatever, more power to him. But he had the nerve to ask Christy like how serious I am about Justin, and like if our relationship means anything to me. And yeah, like, you know, the guy I've been with for 2 years and have stayed with, even though we're 6,000 miles away from each other, you know, like whatever, that's not a serious thing. It's casual. Like, no, it's a serious thing, and like I really love him. And I think I actually ended up like lying to this guy about how we're engaged or whatever, because he was like being really pushy and like trying to pressure me into like going on a date with him and stuff. And it was really inappropriate and disrespectful to me. Like, you would think someone in the military would understand the whole long distance thing, like being far away from your family or far away from the people you love. And I mean, I'm in no way comparing my position to those that get like deployed or whatever, but it's still hard. It's still hard to be far away from people. And I guess he didn't care or whatever. But anyway, it's just people that do shit like that. And it doesn't help that like my self-esteem is really low lately, and I'm like having trouble like being positive about myself. And I mean, like, I've lost 16 pounds in 6 months, which isn't a lot, but it's what I wanted to lose. It's, you know, it's a lot of weight for someone that didn't weigh that much to begin with. And I'm not, I mean, that's whatever. I was overweight for my size, and I was unhappy with how I looked, so I did something about it. And I was really proud of my accomplishment, but every time like somebody asks me about it, they're kind of like, oh, well, whatever, like, it's not that big of a deal. Can we stop talking about fitness and dieting? And it's really frustrating to be in a place where people belittle me. Is essentially my whole problem. Is I don't like being condescended, or whatever the proper term for it is. And like, it doesn't help that I've been sick for like a month and a half, and I've been away from home for over a year. Like, I haven't seen the sun for more than 5 minutes since I got here, and nobody here like actually cares about what I have to say. And you know, like, whatever, it's fine. I'll rant through my blog or keep it all in like I have been, and it just gets to a point where I'm really sick of it. And you know, like, it would be really nice if all the hard work I do would be appreciated. Like, getting up at 4 in the morning, people don't appreciate that. Like, they don't think, oh, you know, she's been up for 6 hours longer than I have, maybe I shouldn't be an asshole to her, or whatever. Oh, she lost a lot of weight in not a very large amount of time, and she did it healthily. Like, she ate and didn't throw up after every meal, and she exercised for a normal amount of time. And I don't know, I've lost my faith in people. I think I don't trust anyone. I don't care about anyone. I mean, besides, you know, like, I trust and care and love about like the people that I know and are in my family or are my friends or whatever, like, but seeing other people, like, I've given up on doing things for them. I'm getting paid to go to work, and that's why I show up now. And it used to be because I actually liked interacting with people. And I think it sucks that people have just killed that for me. I mean, whatever. But it would be nice if some people knew what decency was. Anyway, thanks for wasting your time watching this video. I hope it wasn't too horrible to sit through, but I appreciate it, and thank you for letting me get this out of my head.